celebrate with friends that night, and Carl looks at me and goes, "How's it feel to officially be off the market?" And I said, "No different than the last 10 years." That one killed me. I've been thinking about that and telling people that for the past week because that question was just so funny of how does it feel to be officially off the market.
Welcome to the Two-Man Podcast. I'm Carl, and I'm with my co-host, Tyler. How are we feeling today? Welcome to episode 63. Wow.
I'm feeling great. That's a lot of the energy that we're going to have to go to get this podcast off the ground early because it is an early morning of us recording. We're battling through, but we're going to have a lot of good stuff to talk about. Me and Carl have been very busy lately. And yeah, there's a lot of exciting stuff we have on our
A lot of exciting stuff last weekend. A lot of exciting stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of just to go over what we're going to be talking about in this episode. I do have a fun announcement that we will start off with. People who probably listen to this podcast, close friends and family, know about it already, but we'll go over that whole thing. And then Carl went around New York City in 4 days. He went to Comic-Con, Lainey Wilson, so a little Knicks preseason.
Let's go Knicks.
We're also going to talk Knicks. Their season kind of started preseason-wise, and they're going to kick off in a few weeks. Rangers officially started their season, so we're going to talk about both those teams and their outlook for the season. And then we're just going to quickly talk about our lovely football parlays that we do every single week. We've come close. We're going to change a couple things because of how close we are, but how far we are. And then we're going to end with a game we've played multiple times that I think is a fan favorite. So yeah, that is our episode, Carl. How's that sound?
Dude, I'm stoked. I can't wait to talk about it. And Tyler, how about you tell everybody? Let's start off with your good news.
Yeah, so my good news is this past weekend, I officially got engaged. Yep. I know it's been a long time coming, but I finally popped the question. Taylor said yes. It was a very nerve-wracking week and weeks leading up to it, so I was really happy to finally, pop the question and now get to celebrate and just enjoy. So,
oh yeah, man! Congratulations, officially off the market.
Yes, officially off the market. That's one of the things that killed me because after, I did it, we had dinner with our families and everything. I did it in Port Jeff, a spot we went to all the time during high school, college, one of our spots. So went to Port Jeff, did it there right by the water. And, we celebrate with friends that night. And Carl looks at me and goes, "How's it feel to officially be off the market?" And I said, "No different than the last 10 years." That one killed me. I've been thinking about that and telling people that for the past week because that question was just so funny of how does it feel to be officially off the market.
I thought Taylor was definitely going to like it a lot more. Like, I thought she was going to be like, haha, funny. She was like, "Carl, are you dumb?"
Yeah. I know, because I literally was like, "Please go tell Taylor that right now," because that's the funniest thing. And then she was like, "Carl, what?" I was like, "Oh, man." I was like,
sorry.
"That's just
not
just
as
a
funny.
joke. Just
not as funny as it was in my head. My bad.
I thought it was great.
But yeah, on the other side, Tyler, congratulations. A big moment, man. I'm excited to see, what happens from here.
Yes.
But, I mean, Port Jeff is a great spot. We'll have to show the picture.
Yep.
It is great. I was so scared when I immediately saw the picture. I was like, "Oh my God, is the ring going to go in the water?" And literally shitting myself. But you did such a great job, and congrats to you and Taylor, man.
Thank you.
Cheers.
I know. Thank you. Cheers. Oh, Costa stuck to it. Nice.
Shit.
I got my coffee. But yeah, no, I had a lot of help from a lot of people who, if they're listening, thank you, especially my sister. Big shout out because we were talking for weeks, going through my vision. She was helping me out, and I had her set up the spot that morning, and then our good friend Steve and Talk watched the spot. But Steve sent me a picture, and I literally said, I was like, "What if I have Butterfingers and drop this into the water?" He's like, "I'll go right in after it." I was like, "Thank you so much. That helps me feel a little bit better," because It was nerve-wracking. It was so funny because that whole week I was obviously nervous. Like for weeks I was nervous, but like especially that week, like as we were less than 7 days away, it was like building because it was like, did I remember this? Like, is the photographer going to be there? What's the weather going to look like? Because the nor'easter was the next day, so it was like, is it going to rain? Am I going to be able to do this? Getting the families there at the right time and stuff like that. And I was doing well trying to keep it contained. But the one thing that literally almost gave it away was me and Taylor got lunch at Seaport, which obviously just a phenomenal spot that you and me and so many people love, like can just devour sandwiches. But me and Taylor were going to split a wrap. I took a bite of the wrap and I felt like I was so nauseous I was going to throw it up. So I was like, I can't not eat this because she's going to know. So I'm literally powering through this wrap, like bite after bite. She finishes and I have like a few bites left. So I just wrap it up and throw it out. She's like, did you not finish that? I was like, no, I did. She's like, no, you had about like a quarter of it left. Are you feeling all right? I was like, oh yeah, no, just, big breakfast, even though my breakfast was just a small sandwich from Starbucks. So I couldn't have been filled. And that was almost a big giveaway because, anyone that knows me knows I finish meals. I can always eat. So that almost blew my cover, but I was happy she was surprised.
Honestly, she should sort of been like, oh my God, we're here for your wasn't like the cover like your grandma's like anniversary or whatever?
It was my grandparents' 60th anniversary, which was a month ago. But she didn't know that, so if they're listening, also happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
But yeah, so the cover was that we were going down for my grandparents' 60th and that they wanted to take pictures ahead of time to capture, the moment. 60 years is obviously a huge deal.
That's crazy.
Little did that the pictures would not.
Your grandparents look like they're 60 years old. So
I know I know they look phenomenal. So yeah, it was nice that obviously they came. My parents' sister, and then Taylor's parents were there as well. So we got to have dinner right in Port Jeff at Pasta, which was delicious. Pasta. Yeah, pasta, some good old Italian food. So happy that's. I think the photographer at one point said fiance, which sounds like crazy to me. I was used to saying girlfriend for so many years and boyfriend. So
yeah, I'm definitely gonna slip up. I'm still gonna call her your girlfriend.
That's so fine because I probably still will too. It hasn't come to it yet, but it will slip out. And so,
you think Taylor will be like, I'm not the girlfriend, I'm the fiance?
I don't even know. I don't think so because I think she'll forget herself. Because when the photographer said it, we both looked at each other. We were like, "Oh my gosh!" Like we got used to it for so many years of just boyfriend girlfriend. So
isn't that crazy? Just like with one little word happens, you say yes, and all of a sudden it changes your whole.
I know it was so funny too because we like many stories I've heard. I think we both kind of like blacked out in the moment because I knew what I was gonna say, and I asked and everything, and then she asked me the other day. She's like, "Did I say yes?" And I went, I don't know. I was like, I don't remember if you said yes or not. She's like, did I audibly say yes? And I went, good question. I was like, I think so. Because that's when I stood up and like put the ring on your finger. But no, I did. Completely blacked out.
Honestly, as you should, man. As you should. I would have been like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And then it literally, rain held off long enough. It started to rain pretty much as soon as she said yes. Or maybe said yes. So
that's so funny. So you guys ended up taking pictures after the rain or like during the rain?
It was kind of like during because I had a photographer who obviously captured the entire moment. And then it started to pick up a little bit. So we took pictures with the family. He took some, just like kind of around by the water. And then, I had him for like an hour, but we got there a little late. So basically it turned into like 30, 40 minutes of pictures, but we didn't really have that much. And then the rain really started to pick up and he's from Brooklyn. So he had to get back to some jobs. I'm shocked he even came all the way down here. He's like,
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So he was super nice. So those pictures don't come back for, I think like 2 weeks. It's already almost been a week. So I'm excited to see what those look like and then get to, post and show everybody else.
Hype, dude. I'm so excited.
Yeah. No, I know. It's an exciting time. It's an exciting time. So I'm happy.
Seriously.
Happy to finally do it. Obviously, a lot of people said finally, of course. So, yeah. So that's you know,
They said finally. That's so funny.
literally. So yeah, that's my big announcement. That was my fun weekend.
Yeah, man. And while you were doing that, I was running around New York City at Comic-Con.
I know.
So,
I was just about to
yeah.
segue into that. I knew you were going to Comic-Con, but not to spoil it, I didn't know you were going to the concert also. So it was
Oh
funny
yeah.
to see on
Yeah.
Snapchat you having quite the 2.5 days, I guess, through New York City. If you want to tell everyone about that.
Yeah. So Friday and Saturday, I went to New York City Comic Con. First
Mm-hmm.
time I ever went 2 days in 2 days. Every time I've ever went, it's funny. I was like talking with my brother about it. It's like
Mm-hmm.
we gradually like got, I guess, nerdier at these conventions. By like that, I mean like when we originally went, we went on like a Thursday, and like out of the 4 days, the Thursday is supposed to be like the calmer day.
Okay.
So like you can walk around and like you can see everything that's going on there without like the crazy crowds.
Sure.
But I had work Thursday and Sunday this week, so the 2 days that we were like, you know, picking on going were going to
Yeah.
be either Friday or Saturday. So when I went to go buy tickets, it was like cheaper to buy like the 4-day pass than it was to buy like a 1-day Saturday pass
Makes sense.
or a 1-day Friday pass.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, let's just go both days. So I bought the 4-day pass, and we go Friday,
Mm-hmm.
and it's packed, like mobbed.
I imagine.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, wow, like this is like the most packed like I've ever seen it before. Like this is insane. And then if you could even like imagine, it was more packed on that Saturday, which makes more sense. More people have off
Yeah.
like on Saturday as opposed to like Friday. And but like literally just like so many like different people,
Mm-hmm.
different cosplayers. There was a lot of different celebrities that were like coming and going, so I got to take pictures with.
Yeah.
So like Friday when we were there, we kind of just like scoped out the area. We bought a couple of things. Like I got this Fire Doom hat,
It's
which
fire.
Tyler makes me very happy to wear during Doomsday next year.
Yep. Yep.
And so we walked all through, you know, the convention on Friday, and I saw on Instagram. Well, I saw this guy in the like on the bathroom line, because the lines were crazy just to even go to the bathroom, and
Oh
he was
yeah.
wearing a Post Malone shirt, and I happened to be wearing a Post Malone shirt underneath my sweatshirt.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, yo, Post Malone fan? He's like, yeah. He's like, did you know he's going to be here today? I was like, yeah, like Tyler, my friend Tyler actually sent me a DM like the other day. And I was like, yeah, like I think he is going to be here. He's like, yeah, he's supposed to be signing comic books, and then he's doing a panel at like 5:00. And
Oh,
I'm
wow.
like, ooh, like I'm supposed to be going to a Lainey Wilson concert. So how that ended up transpiring too is like a week before Comic-Con, and my boss Barbara from work was like, hey, I'm going to a Lainey Wilson concert like this day. And I was like, oh, no way, I'm going to Comic-Con. Maybe I can convince my family to go to the Lainey Wilson concert.
Mm-hmm.
So we bought the tickets super last minute. And I was like, all right, we already have to leave like the convention kind of early to go there.
Yeah.
And so I'm talking to this guy, and he's like, yeah, like he's gonna actually be at the panel. He's not only just signing autographs.
Mm.
And I was like, oh fuck. I was like, we have to try and get to this panel. I was like, I need to see Post Malone.
Of course.
So we had originally booked like times to like take pictures of people. So on Friday we took a picture with Carl Urban, the guy from The Boys.
Awesome.
And he's also going to be Johnny Cage in the new Mortal Kombat movie, which is pretty cool.
That's awesome.
He did a panel for that too. We didn't go to that, but our time was supposed to be at like 2:30.
Mm-hmm.
I got an email like an hour before. They bumped back our photo op time.
Oh, geez.
So I was like, fuck. And they were like, yeah, it's going to be at 4:30 now. And I was like, damn. I was like, we really wanted to go like at 5, and like if we want to get in, you have to be online before.
Mm-hmm.
So I went up to like this booth. I was like, is there any way you can give us an earlier time? They gave us a 4:00 time.
Okay.
So they got us online, and they started taking photos faster.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh, this is fucking sick.
Yeah.
So we got online, and they started like the line at 4:15.
Mm-hmm.
So we were all said and done by 4:30 to have the picture. I had the copy of the picture in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was easy.
Nice,
I was like, yo, that's crazy. So we start making our way up. We get online. They're letting people into the panel as we get up there.
Wow.
And as soon as we get up there, boom, we get right into the panel.
Wow, that worked out well.
It was supposed to start at 5, and like they fucking made us like sit there for a half hour. And I was like, I guess this is what happens at these panels. It was my first time I ever went to a panel.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, whatever. I was like, when's Post Malone coming on stage? Because I started a rumor, like I was telling people after I heard that he was going to be there, that he was going to be doing a private concert after the panel.
You asshole.
So I was like, oh, like I really want to see this happen. It was like kind of like a rumor plus like me speaking.
You were trying to manifest it.
I was trying to manifest it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is going to be sick. Like we're going to be so close to Post Malone, yada, yada, yada. And then also too, because I was going to Lainey Wilson, I was like, oh, Lainey Wilson, like Post Malone's definitely going to take out Lainey Wilson. And,
I would have thought the same thing. I would have thought he would have came out.
That's what I was saying too, because like, especially because last week Post Malone like had his grand opening of his bar in Nashville, and he closed down the Broadway strip in Nashville.
I saw that,
and, like had a performance and brought out all these celebrities, and Lainey Wilson was one of those people.
Oh, really?
And it was only like 3 days before Friday when he was at Comic-Con, so he was in New York the same time as Lainey Wilson. So I was starting this rumor. So we sat there during the panel. Panel was super cool. Like Post Malone is just so funny. He's just like drinking a Bud Light casually, like on stage.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, they should really have beer at these things. This is my first convention. And somebody's like, there's a bar outside. He's like, what? It was so funny. And then, funny enough, actually, Michael Bay co-produced this. So basically, the reason why Post Malone was there is he came out with a comic book called like The Big Rig. Okay. And the premises of the comic book is it's like it follows this guy in medieval times, and he like prays for an all-powerful weapon, and it drops down a big like semi truck.
Oh wow!
In the middle of like medieval times, and like this is the weapon like he has to use or whatever, and like that's like the premises of this comic book. So and Michael Bay like co-produced it, I guess, like alongside with like Post Malone.
Yeah.
So during the panel, the big reveal was Michael Bay like sent in a voice recording or like sent in a video saying to like hello to Comic-Con, hello to Post Malone, whatever. And he was like, yeah, we're working on the screenwrite for the play.
Oh, wow.
Or not the play, the movie. So Michael Bay is going to direct a movie based off the comic book.
No way. That's so crazy. That's going to be such a crazy movie.
Yeah, it's going to be nuts, too. And I'm sure Post Malone will be heavily in it. Big Post Malone soundtrack. Like, it'll be crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Post Malone is really, I think we talked about this, but like literally ever since he pretty much, I won't say mastered his rap career, but kind of peaked in his rap career, just started doing side quests. I mean, country albums, opening up his own bar. I mean, performing at the Grand Ole Opry and these places. Now he's doing panels at Comic-Con and making his own comic book.
He recently just had like a fashion line in Paris too, like that I saw. I'm like, really? What is this guy doing? Like, what is going on?
Literally, he's everywhere. And like, even I saw when he did the grand opening for his bar in Nashville, like he covered everyone's tab that was going to be there. It's like,
so sick.
I know only a certain amount of people can be inside.
Yeah.
But what could that bill be? I mean, if I know it's an open bar for 3 hours and I don't have to pay, I mean, I'm buying everything.
Going to town.
Yeah, it's top shelf. It's top shelf only, and all the beers in the world.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, so he really is great. But that's it, when I sent that to you, I couldn't believe he was there, and then you sent me the pictures. I was glad you got to see Post Malone. I can't believe he didn't perform, but I guess he was there for other reasons.
Yeah, so it sucked too because like after the fact, so when we were walking around like trying to like see everything, Joey and I, we like kept saying like, all right, after we make a loop, let's go pass back by where like so I ended up buying the comic book, the Post Malone comic book, and it was like an exclusive to like the NYC. It was like a different like cover or whatever.
Oh, that's cool.
And they had like this basically they had the rig from the comic book like on the floor. They like basically made like a model of it. and they had like the comic company is called Vault Comics, and they had their own like booth there, like how Marvel would have a booth or DC would have a booth. And while we were taking a picture with Carl Urban, he went out and he was signing autographs for fans.
Oh, no way.
So like Joey and I were like kept passing that place because like we were like, he's definitely gonna come here at some point.
Yeah.
And as we were taking photos, he showed off. I was so angry.
No way.
I was like, fuck. I was like, all right, whatever. At least we got to see him at the panel.
Yeah.
So we boogie from the panel right after, and we meet my parents. They were meeting us at the train because I was telling them, I was like, yeah, you know, if we end up going to the concert, like you have to take the train in, and like I can't like be your guide. Luckily, I was very proud of my parents. They were able to figure out Penn Station, and we met them right up top, right outside MSG, because we were going to get food at Stout.
Nice.
And so we went over, we got food at Stout, and then we went to the Lainey Wilson concert. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I got a little bit too banged up at the concert, so waking up the next morning was really rough.
Yeah.
To say the least. But the concert itself, we missed there was 2 opening acts. It was like Lauren Watkins and then Muscatine Bloodline. I don't know if I said that right. I always say their first name wrong.
That's fine. I don't know either of them.
Bloodline.
So.
Yeah, but they were really good. We ended up missing Lauren Watkins because our freaking, no offense to our waitress at Stout, but she kind of fucked our day because we got there and then she lost our order for like 25 minutes and the concert was supposed to start at 7. So we didn't end up, like, because she lost our order like for 25 minutes, we would have been able to leave at 7 and probably catch the beginning of Lauren Watkins because we just walked straight in, but instead we got in at like 7:30 instead of at exactly 7.
I see, gotcha.
And we missed like the whole beginning opening act, and we got there for the beginning of the second opening act, which they were great. Like Muscadine, Bloodline, they were really good. It was actually my second time seeing them. When I went to go see Post Malone at Jones Beach, they opened for him, and they were really great.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, so really, really cool. And then Lainey Wilson killed it. She was awesome. And you know, the next morning I woke up pretty banged up and had to go into the city all over again. So it was really cool. But like Saturday, that was like our big like kind of like picture day. So we took a pic. We were supposed to take a picture with James McAvoy and Nicholas Hoult and one other person from the X-Men.
Yeah.
But what's kind of like weird when you go to these Comic-Cons and stuff, and when you pay for things, people end up like they end up canceling like last minute. So like all week leading up to it, like my times were changing like back and forth, like they were going from the original time to the other. And then the day before, Nicholas Hoult canceled like on like Wednesday before Comic-Con started. They were like, yeah, Nicholas Hoult isn't going to be there, so you'll get a partial refund if you still take the photo. So I was fighting back and forth with Joey. Joey didn't want to go like meet James McAvoy. He was just like, if Nicholas Hoult isn't going to be there, like I don't want to do it. Yeah. And I was like, let's just fucking do it. We're already down here. Yeah. So we went and did it. And honestly, probably the best idea we had because James McAvoy, out of all the people we met, was the nicest person. That's good. Like, so essentially when you line up for these photos, it's just like one big line. And then like the artist or like the celebrity just kind of stands in front of the camera. Yeah. And they usually just stand in frame. Yeah. Like, and they just like you walk up to them and they go next, and then you immediately walk out. Yeah. But like James McAvoy was so chill. He was legitimately like leaving his spot, walking up to the line before you walked over, shaking your hand, talking with you over until you got to like, the spot where you had to take a photo, and then boom, took a photo.
That's so awesome because I know that's got to be such a difficult day for the celebrity, taking 100%. Pictures or signing autographs because it's probably just a next. So it's nice that even though it was a lot for him to go up, introduce himself, or like even just to know your name, like regardless, like that's super sweet of him. So that's good that worked out.
He was like, "I'm James," and I'm like, "I'm Carl. Nice to meet you."
Yeah, like of course I know who you are. Like, are you kidding me? Like, That's one of my favorite things too, is celebrities when they introduce themselves to like a random person or fan or something, and it's like I've seen it with like Steph Curry. It's like, hey, I'm
Yeah,
Steph. It's like, yeah, I know who you are.
yeah.
Like,
We wouldn't be here if we didn't know who
yeah,
you are.
exactly. Or yeah, it's so funny when celebrities, like, I don't know if it's they don't realize how popular they are, but even if they're like on the streets and they're like, oh yeah, hi, I'm Steph, nice to meet you. It's like, yeah, of course I know who you are. What are you talking about?
I guess it's just to kind of like keep them, I guess like humanized, or I don't
Yeah,
know.
obviously, because you still want to be polite and not act like they, of course, know you, but we know
Yeah.
you. But that was nice that he did that. That was the cool picture.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And then right after that, we took a picture with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. cast. So we got to see our boy Coulson,
Awesome.
the guy who played Coulson.
Yep.
And on the reverse spectrum, this is actually a funny story. I don't know if I told you this, but Coulson, so his name's Greg Clark, he looked pissed. Like,
Really?
he looked so mad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, I just had this great experience. But the other two were like super happy. Like, they were so, like Chloe Bennett, and then I always forget the other lady, Wong, or I don't think her name is Wong, but she was so nice. They shake my hand.
Yeah.
Spider-Man hoodie. They're like, "Oh, Peter Parker," and I'm like, "Yeah, ha ha ha."
Yep.
But I was like, why was Greg Clark so angry?
Yeah.
On our way back home on the train, Joey told me that there was a tweet that came out from Culture Crave, so it's a reliable source. And or Culture King, whatever it is.
Yep.
And apparently some fan went up to him, was like, "Oh, like, are you upset that like the MCU, like, or like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. isn't canon to the MCU?" Like, just super like easy question. And he apparently goes like, quote, "Go fuck yourself." We're proud of what we did to this fan.
Oh my god.
And so I was like, that must have been like right before my interaction with him. So he must have been like still heated over that exchange.
Probably, yeah.
Because he looked so angry. Like, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, and that's so funny.
I was like, that's crazy. And then our final photo of the day was with Charlie Cox.
Awesome.
Sadly, it was also supposed to be with Vincent D'Onofrio.
Damn.
So it was supposed to be with, Daredevil and Kingpin. And literally 20 minutes beforehand, Vincent D'Onofrio canceled.
Tough.
And we're like, fuck. And we were like, we go up to the booth, and I was like, all right. So like, they were like, apparently it got moved to Sunday.
Okay.
And I was like, fuck, like, I can't go Sunday. Like, I have work.
Yeah.
Like, so I was like, is there anything else we can do? And they were like, oh, like, you can still just do a solo one with Charlie Cox. I was like, all right, bet.
Still very cool. Still to get Daredevil is still very cool. So
yeah,
both of them are awesome, but one's very cool too.
Yeah, still very cool. It was a dope experience, that was pretty much our whole day Saturday. But something I was pissed off about that I ended up missing is I really wanted to go to Marvel. Whenever they have like a panel, it's usually at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
But they announced a couple of months back that they weren't going to go to San Diego Comic-Con, and they were going to bring their panel to New York City Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Which they usually don't do. So I was like, if I'm going to go to any panel, it's got to be that one.
Of course.
I was so hungover and so down bad Saturday morning that I couldn't wake up. And I think I must have ate something terribly, because you know me, I don't like throw up.
Yeah.
I didn't throw up Saturday, but I was so nauseous all Saturday morning. And even when we got to the con and like on the like train, I was fighting back like just nausea. I was like, this is terrible.
Yeah.
So we showed up. The panel started at 1:30. Like, we walked into the convention at 1:30, and I was like, I know that you had to be online for this like hours beforehand.
Yeah.
So like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to make it in. But I was like, fuck it, we'll try anyway. So I walk up to the room that it's supposed to be in and try and sneak in through the back, and they're like, nah, sorry, we're at like capacity.
Yeah, that's tough.
Like, fuck.
Yeah.
I was like, whatever. But
gotta blame it's probably, I blame the 15 beers, 6 cocktails, and whatever else on that one. I'm just kidding.
No.
Have you ever seen those? I love them when like someone wakes those memes are like some of my favorite when they wake up the next morning. It's like, damn, I must have gotten drugged in one of the 15 beers or the 10 cocktails I had. It's like, no, sir.
No, I definitely say that all the time, to be honest with you.
It's like, I definitely was drugged.
especially living at home, and if like my parents are like, "What happened to you last night?" Oh, I must have been drugged.
I must have been drugged in one of the 25 drinks I had. So that's really funny. But yeah, no, that sounds like a cool time. And I mean, even though you missed the Marvel panel, they did announce a few things to kind of look forward to already, like early next year and next year. Besides, like, we knew Spider-Man and Doomsday were kind of like the big projects coming out next year, but they announced a few other things to look forward to.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, they announced the first thing they announced was the Wonder Man trailer.
Yep.
Which I personally thought was coming at the end of this year. I thought it was coming in December, so like around the holiday season.
Yeah.
They just announced though at the Comic-Con panel that it's not going to be out until January.
Yeah.
Like late January. So like not like too big of a delay, but it was cool. It has a pretty cool premise to that. Have you seen the trailer to that?
Yeah, I watched the trailer because when I saw the announcement of that coming in January, I mean, personally, I felt like I've heard nothing about it.
Yeah, 100%.
So then I was like, wow, this should be interesting. And then I saw that there was already a trailer. I said, all right, let's give it a watch. And just from watching it seems like something I'll watch.
Yeah,
sure.
Definitely. I think the premises is pretty cool. It seems like that the idea of just like them kind of going through, like, I think they're gonna do like a meta thing where it's like how they actually do the casting for their own movies.
Okay.
So I'm interested to see if they end up doing that. But like kind of like seeing a man in Hollywood like go out for a role.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy they brought back the Mandarin back, Trevor Slattery.
Yep.
The actor that played, I forget what his actual name is, but I know his actor's name is Trevor Slattery in the movie.
Yep.
So are very, very excited to see him back in a lead role in this. But should be interesting.
Yeah, it should be. And obviously one of the other big ones was Vision Quest coming out. Was it next year? Is it late next year?
Yeah, I think they said late next year.
Yeah, so that's a project that's been one of the big question marks of Marvel for the last few years is what happened to White Vision at the end of WandaVision. So it looks like hopefully we'll finally get some answers there. They're bringing back, the guy who plays Ultron or voices Ultron, and
which is sick.
Yeah, and they'll got Paul Bettany and all that stuff. And one of the funny things is one of the podcasts, I forget their name, but they were talking about some of the panels. And I believe it was at the New York City Comic-Con because I think it was a recent video, but they were talking, I guess it was a WandaVision panel with like Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany. And they were saying how uninterested Elizabeth Olsen is in Marvel nowadays. Like she is just done with it. Because they asked her some questions and she basically gave the Harrison Ford treatment of, I don't know, I don't care, I'm done, basically. So
really,
yeah, it seems like she could actually be done, or she's just playing the part. She's either actually.
I don't know. I think she's playing the part because I saw another one too. Was because it was like it wasn't at New York City Comic-Con. It was also a recent one. It must not have been the same clip because it was right when Marvel Zombies dropped.
Oh yes.
End of September, and they like tried asking her questions about it, and she's like, "I'm gonna be so honest with you, I don't remember it."
Yeah.
And I was like, "What?" And she goes into being like, she's like, "I recorded that during COVID."
Oh wow.
So like that was 5 years ago.
Gotcha.
So I don't know if they were talking about the same thing.
Maybe.
But she was like, "Yeah, like I don't." The clip I saw was like, yeah, I really don't remember that. I'm really sorry. She was like, you record these things like, 5 years ago. Like, it's kind of hard to like, and to remember exactly what it is because animation takes so long. Like, I recorded my voice lines like 5 years ago. Yeah. And she's like, I just remember that it was like super gritty and it was just really fun to like record those lines. She's like, but like, I don't remember really the basis of the story. And I was like, oh, wow, that's crazy. Yeah. So. But I mean, from that clip, I think they also asked her, she's like, hey, you never know, like if I might come back or not. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, I hope she does. I mean, obviously she's a pretty powerful and pretty cool character within the Marvel universe.
Yeah. So. And I also love me some Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah. So we'll see. So yeah, Vision Quest was another one. Obviously, X-Men 97 and Our Friendly Spider-Man. I always butcher that name.
I think it's Our Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah, so those are two animated things. I have to catch up on X-Men 97 and, watch that. But those also look like cool, just fun projects, probably quick watches, easy watches. So
yeah, super fun. X-Men 97 I've seen, and I've watched the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. X-Men 97 is peak. Is definitely one of the better things that's come out on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
So highly suggest anybody watching that. And they showed trailers for all these, but they only released the Wonder Man trailer, which is crazy at the panel.
Interesting.
So like everybody who I ran into at the Comic-Con was like, yeah, like, did you see the trailer? I'm like, no, asshole.
And what's the policy for the panels with phones? Because I feel like these things never get leaked. For the most part,
they must tell you, like, if you pull out your phone, we're gonna stop it.
Blocking them down.
Like,
yeah, fair.
Yeah, they must say something because not one person recorded it. I saw one thing on Twitter of somebody but it was just voice audio.
Gotcha. Yeah, fair. And then I think the last thing was Daredevil. They announced season 2 of that too, which is gonna be awesome because season 1 was good old Daredevil.
And they brought out the actress. Kristen Critter. I probably said that wrong, but the girl who plays Jessica Jones.
Oh wow!
They brought her out on stage and basically like confirmed that she's going to be a big part in season 2.
Yeah,
and season 3.
That team's going to be sick.
Yeah, I think the coolest thing that they did come out at the trailer saying about these shows is that Daredevil is going to have like one episode per season moving forward, one season per year moving forward.
Okay.
And they announced the same thing for Spider-Man and X-Men 97, those animated shows. So kind of cool just that they're going to have more content.
Yeah.
Of those shows that we like. Because, like, Daredevil Born Again, yes, it came out last year, and they already had it, like, for season 2, but it had been like 6 or 8 years or whatever the time frame was. In between the last season of Daredevil 3 up until the Born Again series. So
of course,
it's nice that we're going to be getting it like one year after another until I guess they complete that story. And same thing with these other stuff too. So I mean, it's good for Disney Plus because I feel like there really hasn't been anything new on there that I've been really interested for,
No, like during the COVID times, it kind of absolutely peaked. I mean, they gave you quantity over quality, it felt like.
Yeah.
It felt like
100%.
For Star Wars and Marvel especially, it was like this project. You had to catch up on all this. And, that's what a lot of the complaints were, that some of the projects seemed lackluster and not to connect. So now it seems like they took a step back and they're just focusing on what we liked. So...
Yeah, and what's crazy too is it feels like it was like just one season of each thing with empty promises at the end of each one, different empty promise in a post-credit scene.
Yep, just leaving more question marks than when we started.
So, I'm excited to see what ends up happening, man. But that's all we missed at the panel.
Yeah, that's good. But yeah, it looked fun. I mean, I'm counting down the days until a Doom teaser trailer announcement. Or even Spider-Man at this point.
Oh, funny thing about Spider-Man was they asked Charlie Cox, I saw a clip of this later on, was so his character, Daredevil, is in the first season of Spider-Man, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Okay.
And he voices him. And so somebody goes, "Oh, I heard like you're gonna be in like the Spider-Man like trailer," and he goes, like you see like Charlie Cox's face like go pale white, and he goes, what?" And then the guy who's like hosting goes, "Oh yeah, and like in the animated Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, like you're gonna be a main like part of it," and he goes, "Oh yeah. I was just confused what we were talking about."
Oh my god!
So rumors are like, okay, does that mean he filmed for Brand New Day? And he's like, I don't know. I didn't know we were talking about that.
Yeah. That's based on what you're telling me. That's what it seems like. It seems like he had an image of Kevin Feige in his head, or the Russo brothers, or whoever, with just a gun facing him. Like, don't say a word. We haven't done this yet. Like,
exactly. I was like, what?
That's crazy. That's so funny. They're back to their old ways at Marvel of saying, don't say anything, don't do anything. So he definitely had some flashbacks.
Oh yeah, 100%. Probably shit themselves.
Yeah, literally. That's wild. I can't believe that. That's going to be exciting. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was really cool. So I'm super excited for that. But also too, to finally kind of cap off my day, I did not go into the city on Sunday of my weekend.
Yeah.
But then finally on Monday, my Muay Thai coach Omar, so shout out Coach Omar, had tickets to a Knicks game.
Nice.
Knicks preseason, and he was like, "Oh, let's go." And I was like, "Yo, like, fuck it, like I'm in for it."
Yeah.
And it was cool. Just like never been. Honestly, third time on a train in 4 days, kind of crazy in my opinion.
That is nuts.
Like into the city, like more times I have been in the past couple of months.
Yeah.
But it was just so great, to go back into the Garden again for my second time that week.
Yeah.
But just, for a different environment for the Knicks game.
Yep.
And even though it was just preseason, none of the starters like played. It was all, the bench squad getting the starts.
Yeah.
It did suck in that aspect where we like kind of didn't want to sit there for the whole game,
of course,
because like it wasn't any of like our like players playing. Like after the first quarter, all the bench guys who we did care about like weren't playing anymore. It was all like third string guys, and just like I guess practice squad peeps getting game time. But we stayed for about an hour, and then we stayed for about a quarter and like a half, and then we went to Stout.
Nice.
And then we just took the ride back home.
Yeah.
So
that's the way to do it. I mean, Stout, for anyone who hasn't been so close to the Garden, like you mentioned, also they're moving next month to a new spot that looks somehow even closer than it already was.
Crazy.
But yeah, I'm interested to see how the setup looks there at the new spot. But Stout, I dream about it probably every time there's a Knick or a Ranger game on, because just being able to not even if you don't go to the Garden to the event, just sitting there and watching sports with everybody to set up the environment, like it's New York fans, so you're just watching with a bunch of fans that also are rooting for the same team, which I think is just so
electric.
Awesome. And
electric.
Exactly. The drinks are good. The food's good. I really hope both the Knicks and Rangers can make some deep playoff runs, or at least make the playoffs, because it'd be nice to catch some games there come April, May.
Yeah, so I mean, we're now getting into the season of the Knicks and Rangers. Rangers are in full season. I think Knicks starts in about like 10 days or so.
Yeah.
But Tyler, how about you tell us a little bit about our Rangers, man? Like, what's going on? They can't win at home, but they're like fucking insane on the road.
Yeah, it's been already in the 5 games they've played as of recording. They play tonight against the Maple Leafs, but as the 5 games already, it's been a roller coaster somehow already. I mean, coming off the sour taste of last year, where it seemed like they basically just quit on the team. None of them looked happy. None of them looked like they wanted to play. They looked disjointed. It was kind of a mess. And they unload Kreider in the offseason, which was sad. They get rid of Keandre Miller. And it looks like, they get a new coach. They're just trying to kind of start a new dynamic, try and fix that locker room a little bit, cheer some guys up. And, it's their centennial season. They dropped some fire centennial jerseys
those jerseys are so fire.
Unbelievable that I need to get my hands on. Both their announcers retired, Joe Micheletti and Sam Rosen. So it seemed like they're kind of going into a new era of Rangers hockey, but not rebuilding really, just retooling, because obviously you still got Igor, you still got Fox, Panarin, Zibanejad, they need Miller, captain. So, a lot of different moving parts. And, it comes to opening night and they shoot a blank. They lose basically 1-0 in my eyes.
That was such a good reference.
A blank. Literally, because everyone was so excited, but basically lost 1-0. 2 empty netters made it 3-0, but they only gave up 1 goal. But it was so funny too, because there's this one Rangers podcast I listened to, so shout out to them. And
shout out to them.
They mentioned how New York sports fans might have been in the worst mindset ever going into that game, because that game was quiet. Granted, the Rangers didn't give them anything exciting to talk about, but you could tell even from TV and people who went there, like Nick went there, the people on the podcast went there, like it was dead there. It sounded like a library within Madison Square Garden. But at the time, you had to realize what was really going on leading up to it for New York sports fans, because there might have been no good New York sports moments going into that. Because at the time, the Jets look the worst they may have ever looked in franchise history. I mean, they're pretty hopeless. This was before the Giants beat the Eagles. So the Giants, this was well before. So the Giants looked also terrible, like not a lot of promise. So that wasn't great. The Mets had their terrible season. At the time, the Yankees were down 0-2, and they're about to get swept at home to the Blue Jays. The Knicks didn't start yet, and the Nets are the Nets. Rangers were on the ice, and the Islanders are no hope. So, New York sports fans were going in there pretty much with nothing to be happy about from a sports aspect. So, obviously, they gave that little stinker. And then it was funny because Nick was at the game, and they said the loudest it got that night at the Garden was when they showed Judge's game-tying 3-run homer in Game 3 against the Blue Jays. He said that was the only time it was loud and the crowd was into it. But the product on the ice that night was not that exciting.
Tough.
They get shut out at home. They go on the road. They win 2 games, putting up about 10 goals. And now they've had, 2 more games at home, and they haven't scored. They for the only team in NHL history, the sport that's been around for 100+ years, they were shut out 3 straight games at home. They lost 3-0, 1-0, and then 2-0.
It's insane, dude.
Which is crazy, too, because they look good, and that's not even being biased. Opening night, they look bad. But the last 2 games, when they lost 1-0 to the Capitals, they just got out-goalied. I mean, this guy played the game of his life. And then same thing. It happens. And then same thing against the Oilers. They lost 2-0. They look great. Goalie just made every save he had to. And I said this right before we started recording. Obviously, Madison Square Garden is such a beautiful arena, but it's got to be one of the worst things because it feels like, obviously, because it's so historic and it's, the grandest stage of them all, that opposing teams take their game to the next level. And you always see these players' stats of opposing teams in Madison Square Garden. It's so annoying, especially goalies. For some reason in hockey, just love playing at Madison Square Garden and have some of the best numbers you've ever seen. I mean, we see it with the Knicks. There's some NBA players that know they're dropping 40 that night. So you have to, counteract that. It is a gift and a curse to be able to, root for a team in Madison Square Garden. But when teams come in there and play their best performance because they know it's Madison Square Garden, it gets frustrating. And that's kind of what's happened a little bit. It's crazy that no bounces have gone the Rangers' way. They've had a few injuries already to start the season, but I think at this point they're definitely a bubble playoff team. I think if everything goes right, they can sneak in. Because obviously they have a lot of talented players in place, but those players are going to have to carry a lot of the load, especially the top picks.
I feel like just in in any sport, but if you can just get to the playoffs, you really never know what's going to happen. You don't know who's going to get hot.
Yeah.
Hockey and I feel like baseball is 2 of the main sports with that.
Yeah.
Because you could have Igor just fucking have himself a couple a month and a half where he just goes off and just nothing goes past him.
Yeah.
And that can just propel your team to just play better,
Yeah.
Same thing in baseball, you get hot at the right time, everybody hits, everybody pitches, nobody can touch you, I feel like basketball is a little bit different to do that, and football, football, it's a one and done game, so really whatever happens that game happens.
Yeah, if someone's having an off day, it's over.
It's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have any time to go back, but and then in basketball, I feel like it's just the better team always ends up winning.
Yeah.
Whoever ends up being.
For the most part.
I mean, but I'm excited to see the Rangers, man. I got to get myself to a game or 2 this year. Yeah. We got to go.
Yeah, I definitely I want to go to Stout / a few games this year.
Stout.
Yes. I'm already eyeing some Saturday, Sunday games to go to Stout and then obviously catch some games. So yeah, that looks good. They look good, and like you said, I mean, it goes as far as Igor can kind of take them. You have faith there, and then. With the Knicks, I mean, I hate getting optimistic because I have for teams in the past, but I'm excited for them to come back. I mean, this is the season to do it, really. Roster wise, I mean, they improved their bench. They still have their starters. Obviously, they didn't trade for Giannis, so it's
hey, never say never.
You never say never. We'll see what this team looks like before the trade deadline, but I hate like using this term because obviously these guys are all locked up for years to come too. But with this whole new second apron and everything, this could be a make or break year, truthfully, depending how it goes. Especially, I hate how Stephen A. Smith put it, but there are injuries to Halliburton, to Tatum, to Dame. All these guys are out, so it's like the East is wide open. Besides the Cavs, obviously there'll be some other competition in there. But the East is open to go make your run at the finals.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I thought last year we were playing so well.
Yeah.
Like we were balling out so well until we hit that Pacers team, and we even played them pretty well.
Yeah.
But it's just something about them. They just had our number.
Yeah.
They've had our number.
Yep.
And I think it was a mix of just like how tired our starters were at the end of the year. Like they're playing 40 games for 82 games. It's hard.
Yeah.
40 minutes for 82 games. Like you're going to be tired.
Yeah.
Like every single starter is going to be tired.
Yeah.
And I think this year with the new coach, have you seen clips of them in practice too? I just saw one yesterday with Mike Brown's like offense.
I haven't seen clips, but I've been hearing a lot of the reports after their practices.
I saw like a clip of their practice. The ball movement is insane.
Yeah.
Like just like the ball is moving around so fast. Like it looks like it looks kind of like, I don't know, like you're playing pickup, but with your boys. Like you want everybody to get a touch of the ball. I feel like in years past, it's been a lot of ISO ball. It's like one pass, two pass. Okay, let Cat get the guy in the post.
Yeah.
Or it's like one pass, two pass. Let OG shoot like the three.
Yeah.
Oh, Jalen's bringing up the ball. I'm the man. Let me go one-on-one. ISO this guy.
Yeah.
Yes, like you need that, but that's not really obtainable to like keep like your feet fresh, when you're trying to play.
Yeah.
And the clips I've seen that come out of practice, ball movement is looking really good.
Yep.
They look a little bit different offensively, which is cool.
Yep.
It's just a little bit more exciting to see how it ends up playing out. But very, very excited to see how the Knicks end up playing this year. So you have a good point.
Yes. So, especially because we talked about it a little in the offseason. I was sad to see them get rid of Thibodeau kind of early. I would have given him one more year. And it's only for the fact that last year was kind of the year that they were really still getting to know each other. Yep. Bridges was new. Cat was new. Although those guys had some Cat especially having, great seasons. Bridges was hit or miss. His defense was there in the playoffs for sure.
Yeah, he was there like towards the end of the year.
Yeah, so he had his flashes, but it's like I can't imagine having to, I know Bridges went from state of New York, Brooklyn to the Knicks, but that's still a different, animal. Nets aren't good. Knicks have this expectation. So it's like I feel like they were still trying to get to know each other, and even Thibodeau was still trying to get to know them. What lineups should I bring Hart off the bench? Should I do all this? Unfortunately, he waited too long to do all that, which I think cost him in the end.
Yep.
But now I'm really excited because it's like these guys had a full off season together. Knock on wood, everyone at least coming into the season is healthy. You shore up your bench a little bit. You get a couple good keys, former 6 men of the year and just some guys off the bench who are going to be able, hopefully, to make sure that your starters don't play 40, 45 minutes every single night so that you guys are fresh in April and May. And, you don't have, as soon as Brunson sits on the bench, you're not worried about, being negative and giving up points and stuff like that. So, Mike Brown so far seems great for the job, and I'm actually excited for their season to start. It's
dude, same.
It's been nice. I got to get myself a jersey as well, probably Brunson, I think. So
yeah, I just got this one while they were in the playoff push. I got a nice little Josh Hart jersey.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, it was fire.
Yeah. So
have you seen the ones they just dropped too? I think we were talking a little bit about it.
Yeah,
beforehand.
It's nice that they it seems like in basketball they drop every year like baseball's every few years, hockey's every few years, but basketball's like every year they come up with a new third jersey. It's like a city. It's not City Connect.
Statement jersey.
Statement jersey, yeah. And yeah, the Knicks one is cool. It's like that. It almost looks black, but I think it's a dark navy blue.
Dark navy, yeah.
Yeah, and on the sides of it, like it kind of looks like how the garden ceiling looks, which is really cool.
Yeah, which was really cool. I thought that was really cool how they did that.
Yeah, so if I do get Brunson, it might be that one, or it might be the blue one you're wearing as well. I can't, because that's, I mean, you know, that's what we grew up with. That's like the classic. So, but
I think that's my next. I think that's my next one is the Brunson jersey.
Yeah, if they made the finals, I think I probably would have bought it right away. But by the time I thought to buy it, I knew it would have came towards the end of the Pacers series. So I was like, if this comes in the mail and they lost, like I'm not going to want to look at it. So
no, 100%. Mine ended up coming like right after they lost.
Yeah, that's tough.
So sad.
I know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Knicks and Rangers, and hopefully they can turn around the New York sports scene right now. I know the Giants look a little more promising, but the Jets are lost, so that season's done.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing is better in May and April when those two teams are doing good at the same time. You know, one wins one night, one wins the other.
Nothing is better, man. Nothing is better.
I know. I
think that might have been like my favorite time of the year, dude, was just like going to the city either to watch like a Knicks game or, you know, sitting at home watching the Knicks or Rangers on TV. Like, dude, it's the best. It's the best.
I know. Literally 2 years ago when they were both making their pushes for the Eastern Conference Finals was just... It was fun. It was
awesome.
Hopefully those guys can bring us some more runs this year.
I got faith.
I have faith too. And
let's record this right now. Okay, Thursday, October 16th.
Yeah.
I have faith, and you let me know in 2 months if I still have faith.
Sounds good. Yep. We will check back in 2 months, come December, and see how we're feeling about these teams. Because right now we're positive because it's early. But we'll see.
Exactly.
New York sports do that to us.
Yeah, man. It is.
But kind of to just round out our sports topic real quick. Obviously, every week me and Carl do our 2-man pick 'em parlay. We put $1, predict which team is going to win every single game. And we've had some weeks that it's been close, but the last couple weeks we've lost immediately on Thursday night games. So going forward, me and Carl are no longer doing the Thursday night games. We're done there. We're done. We cannot, for some reason, we cannot get that Thursday game right. So I think we should be done there.
Yeah, also it gives you guys a little bit more time to look out for our videos.
Yep.
And then this way you guys can get all our Sunday picks.
Yep.
We're also going to start throwing in some touchdown parlays. We did one last week.
Yep.
Just me and Tyler. We didn't post about it.
Nope.
So we're really excited for that. Those are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Because
almost hit some of them.
I hit one by myself.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, $5, and I won I think it was like $600.
Yeah.
And I was telling Tyler about it. I was like, this is what we got to do.
Yeah.
Got to do research. Who do we think is going to score?
Yep.
But yeah, those are a lot of fun because you could put like a little bit more money down. $1 won't get you the crazy results like we've been doing when you do like the 15 pick parlays.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's still pretty good. Like $5 to win like $400 to $500.
Yep.
Fun payday. You know?
Yeah. You find like 6 players and stuff. A lot of running backs, obviously.
Yep.
And then whoever's been hot as a receiver too. So.
Yep. Exactly. So stay on the lookout for that.
Yep.
We'll definitely have that out for you guys by the latest Saturday. So let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah. Just keep betting with us. We're gonna hit.
Keep betting.
We're gonna hit.
We're gonna hit.
And you're gonna be upset you didn't hop on that time. So
we're gonna hit. Tyler and I are gonna become full-time podcasters.
Yep.
You'll have to join our Patreon.
Yep. And all that Patreon money's going to betting.
We'll do our live. We'll do our live bets.
Yeah.
Our live shows like the Basement Yard.
Yep. We'll be moving up in the world very soon, so you guys better hop on now.
Hop on the train.
Yep.
Hop on the train.
Yep. But I think that gets us to our final topic here. One of our favorites, game, and one of our fan favorite games is the name game. I guess if you want to call it,
baby. Yes.
We've played it once, if not twice.
Yep.
We count down from 3. One person says a letter, the other person says a letter, and then you have to just come up with a name, fictional or real, with those 2 letters. So me and Carl are going to play 3 rounds, I think.
Yeah, let's do it. Best of 3. Let's do it easy and quick.
Yeah, best of 3 to finish it here, and then yeah. All right.
All right. I'll let you go first with a letter. Let's just start it off.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1. B.
C. Brian Carney.
Hey, shout out Carney.
Shout out Brian Carney.
Oh man, our good friend Carney who went to 2 of the Ranger games at home. So hopefully he's doing well. He has not seen a goal yet. I was talking to him about it. He has not seen a goal yet.
He has not seen a goal yet. That's amazing.
He has not heard the goal horn. So hopefully this cheers up his day.
Poor guy Brian Carney. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
All right, you can count down and then say the first letter.
Right. 3, 2, 1. M.
V. Michael Vick.
Ooh, that's a good one. We're tied.
You said M, right? Just making sure.
I did.
All right,
I did.
Good.
All right. Last one, Tyler.
Yep.
All the marbles.
Yep. All right. Ready?
Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1. C.
S. I was going to say C. I should have just said C. Curtis Samuel.
Wow. Fuck. Damn it. I don't think I've ever won one of these. Damn. Oh,
no,
I
did. You won the very first one.
Yeah.
We ever did.
Yeah. The very first one, and it's gone downhill since. That was a good one. I almost was like, who's Curtis Samuel? But yeah, no, that's an easy one. That was fun, though. But I'll have to come back stronger next time. Shame.
Stronger next time. Well,
yeah. That was a good pull.
I am the champion. My
Shame.
friend.
Shame. But yeah, hopefully, that's the end of this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed listening as always. Had a lot of good stuff to talk about. A lot of exciting stuff still coming up. So,
man.
Keep listening, keep supporting us, following, liking, check out our social
comment,
media.
Subscribe.
Yeah, exactly.
Press that like button.
All that cliche stuff you have to say. Definitely check out the TikTok. Seems like we get a lot of interaction there, which is nice. So
yeah, please follow the TikTok. Please subscribe on our YouTube. And if you want to give Tyler a happy engagement party from Frankfurt, please,
literally,
just subscribe.
Yeah, please. I'll also put my Venmo and QR code down below. If you want to check out our link tree, that's where my Venmo will be. No donation is too small, so no, I'm just kidding.
Exactly, no donation.
Yeah. But all right, guys.
Please, nothing less than $1 million.
Yes, exactly. So thank you guys again for listening, and we'll be back in a couple weeks with a new episode.
Thanks, Frankfurt, for listening. We love you.
Bye.